paranormal movements and activity that people report from this graveyard is often blamed on this guy here. There's a few little ghost stories and little, what would you call them, like urban legends maybe, about some of these little places. There's one about this black mausoleum that I've always found a little bit interesting. I'll admit right now it does sound like a bit of a silly story. When I was a child, the story scared the hell out of me. I was absolutely terrified of it. But repeating it nowadays, it does seem a bit like Scooby-Doo or something. But what you're meant to do, you're meant to approach this place, you're meant to walk up the stairs, you knock on the doors 3 times, and you say the words, "Bloody Mackenzie, come up, come out, and show us your shame."
Are you going to do it?
Not a chance. No, I'm a coward. I'm absolutely terrified of it. I'm never going to do it. So the idea behind it is it's meant to act as a kind of an attachment. So what a paranormal investigator, they call this a binding spell. Something that would associate the spirit of Bloody Mackenzie with your own spirit. So when you leave the graveyard, there would be a presence, so there would be an energy that would leave the graveyard with you.
See?
An association.
See?
And according to the story, according to the rumours, I guess, that attachment is going to make you a worse person. It's going to make you a more cruel person. Again, I say I've never done that, I'm never going to do it. I'm a coward. I'm a terrible, terrible coward. Obviously, you're more than welcome to go ahead. If you want a souvenir, something to take home with you, it's pretty nice. Also, if you fancy, there's not very much inside this mausoleum here, but you can see just down the right there, if you have a look, you can see in these little chambers just on the right there. You can see where the guy fell into. There's sort of barred over now. That way you take it in, there's a got a torch here.
I don't like it, get me away from that door.
So you say, "Bloody Mackenzie,
Mackenzie, out please.
come up,
Come up,
come out,
come out,
and
please.
show us your shame."
Machine.
Shame.
Shame.
Do you know?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Come on.
Get out now.
Yeah, so I mean, this is quite old. I mean, you can see it's quite faded down.
Yeah.
Inside, there would have been a lot more. There would have been like sort of but they've been removed because it's quite easy to vandalise them. Yeah, I imagine further down. But yeah, you're right, actually. It does look quite much similar on the wall. There's not any inscriptions or any rumours. I imagine these would be more clear than the ones outside. Certainly. Are you on the phone this week? anything in this graveyard, I figure it could just be something from one of these flats, it could be something from anywhere around. You get a lot of people just, people come in here and just get away from the police so they can smoke cannabis or drink white strike and stuff like that. And I never really trust the strange things that I hear, because it could just be anything. Because I'm really jittery and I'm really superstitious, and I'm a total shite guy, to be honest with you. I'm a real coward, so I try and keep myself a little bit distant towards things, because it's my job to come here every day. Just very quickly, I should say, I'm just going to stop this here for a second. Aye. Move then.
What is it? Well,
Actually, sorry folks, if you want to come forward, make sure these folks can get past this. Sorry, I should say a couple of things. I always stop this here. Remember I mentioned where the wall said they used to have a flood wall going down the outside. Most of them was about 200 years ago. You see, it still remains there. Part of the wall used to go right around Edinburgh. The entire city used to be on this side of the wall, the side that we're standing on now. This graveyard, we understand, is right in the outskirts of the city, the very ends. Also, that building should explain George Heriot's Hospital, or George Heriot's School. It's a private school, very school. One of the first buildings ever got outside that wall. Built originally as George Heriot's Hospital, which was essentially a charitable school for very poor kids and orphan kids. If they couldn't afford to go to school anywhere else, they could go there and get some sort of education. So nowadays it's really expensive private school. It's also famously the inspiration for Hogwarts. You can tell. When you follow me, we'll keep going up this way.
cái vàng mà phải không?
You're moving. You're in your own zone. Huh? You did listen with the man's
I'm listening.
Now we've had a bit of a walk through the cemetery, so you have some of an idea of the size of the place. So considering the size, anybody want to guess how many bodies buried? Hundreds? 1,000? 5,000? 50,000?
100,000.
100,000? Any guesses?
14 layers deep.
There's the report given the church here. It's estimated to be approximately 250,000, about 250,000. So this is an estimate based on the years that this graveyard was operational and the population of Edinburgh at the time. So we don't know how exactly true it is, but in that section here there's mass graves, there's paupers' graveyards. So all the very, very poor, if they couldn't afford the tombstones, the mausoleums, we'd shut their big pit and then slightly covered up. So over centuries it builds and builds until the number seems a bit high. The point being, there's obviously more bodies now on markers. Because of all this overcrowding, all the poor burial circumstances and the desecration of the graves and all that, there's a lot of reasons why people think this place is haunted. You know, people here report a lot of quite strange things. You know, and people report seeing faces or figures or flashes and orbs. You know, things shot in photographs, or objects that be moved from one place to another. Sometimes people tell me that they'll hear voices, hear sounds, like footsteps and stuff. Or we get a few kind of strange reports. I know it's a bit of a bizarre one, but I've had reported to me, both in the graveyard and in the vaults, people tell me when they're in these places that they find that there are phones, whatever, their cameras, their electrical devices, and the battery will deplete more quickly when they're in these places as opposed to when they're outside of these places. Which I know is a bit of a weird one. But it does make me kind of happy, like the ghosts are adapting. becoming technologically advanced. I secretly like to think it's bloody Mackenzie flicking through his Tinder. There's one particular report that this graveyard gets a real reputation for. I mean, people talk about this all the time. Every other tour guide that I know that comes into this graveyard has this report to them often. People will come, they'll walk through the cemetery for whatever reason, they'll do a tour or something, have a picnic, then they'll leave. Once they've left, they'll notice on the bodies, they'll notice bruises, or they'll notice cuts or scrapes, little marks, little scratches that they don't remember getting, but they find on their body once they've left. Which a lot of people have poltergeist activity, paranormal movements. A lot of people have been in the darkness on alcohol and stuff. But it just interests me because it seems a bit more sinister, you know? I know it's a bit of a bizarre story, but if you're interested, you can type into Google after the tour. Type in Greyfriars or assuming you still have battery on your phones. Type in Greyfriars injury, Greyfriars poltergeist, something like that. And you will see quite a few photos of people getting cuts and bruises and scrapes and things like that, little marks. And just little, I should say just superficial. I don't know if anybody's been injured. Nobody's lost an arm or anything like that. Just wee marks. But again, it just interests me because it seems a bit like a bit more sinister. Like if there's a spirit they're trying to prove, make a point. Obviously, this apron was completely white the first time I came in here. Stayed outside. If you want to follow me, we'll keep going up this way.
Which is it? How old is the oldest grave?
It was 1536. Well, that's when the first person was buried here. That's when they established this place.
Yeah.
The tombstones that you'll see, the earliest ones will be from early 1700s.
Right, okay, because some of those, they look like kind of Victorian.
Yeah. So this place, it was biggest in the 17 and 1800s.
Yeah.
But it was still, people were still being buried here. The last one was 1922. But they don't have as quite elaborate tombstones as the people from the 19th century is when they were biggest.
Can you still be buried in here?
No. Yeah, it's kind of full, it's kind of a historical site.
Yeah.
They're on my tour. It was a woman who she freaked out. She felt like something was punching them in their stomach. Right, and then they left, and then the tour was like caught up with her. And once she left, she was fine. She knew who it was, and she stayed for the rest of the tour. She went to the altar and she was really gate. But in the graveyard, she just felt like something was. She described it as a punching in her stomach. That really freaked me out. I mean, it could have been a serious medical issue. We don't know it's the ghosts. But it was just weird the fact that she went, as soon as she left the graveyard, it stopped. Kind of interesting to me. But aye, so we're going to go to the graveyard now. We're going straight down towards the vault on the east side.